what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Auto Guy DIY coming at you with replacing the rack and pinion on my 2003 Ram 1500. 2 weeks ago I put out a front end wobble, diagnosing the front end wobble on your Ram 1500. So this week we're going to get into replacing that rack and pinion. So let's jump out there in the truck and get started. So we're out here at the truck. I already got it jacked up, got the wheels off. So I'm going to break these tie rod ends loose. It's a 21 millimeter socket. Then we're going to jump under here, do our two lines over there. I'm not sure what the wrench size is, but when I get to it I'll let y'all know. And then it's 2 15/16 on the back side, and that rack should come right off the front. So I loosen these bolts off. I don't take them all the way off. Get you a good size hammer. Boom. It's already popped up. Simple as that. Take your bolt off. Pull that out of the way. Keep that. I believe that tie rod end is still in pretty good shape, so we're going to reuse it. I'll show you my trick here in a second on how to take these off and know where to put them back on the new inner tie rod end. Alright guys, this bottom hose here is an 18 millimeter. I believe the top one is a 20. I'm not really sure. I don't have the wrench, so I'm gonna try to get it off with a crescent wrench. If not, I'm gonna trace it down and pull it off my cooler back here, right there, and then I can deal with it once I get the rack out from underneath the truck. So we're gonna pull this, dump the fluid, and then we're gonna rip them 15/16 out of the back here on the back side of these. They're actually back here, and we're gonna rip this rack off.
Try to catch it and hold it up.
Yeah, you gotta find that one spot where it's in the middle there.
Yeah.
Right there. Alright y'all, here comes the fun, man. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be making a little bit of a mess here.
Yep, here we go.
Alright, so we got a crescent wrench up here. The way I did it, I put my crescent wrench facing right here. I got up under the fender well right here, tapped it with a hammer, broke it right loose. So, I mean, it was that simple. We're gonna get this thing off, and then we're gonna rip this rack off. All right, here we go. We're gonna pull this line. We're gonna see how much fun we're about to have. Here it comes. It's gonna be everything, I'm sure. Sorry about the camera angle. Trying to hold this thing and get this thing done at the same time.
We're good.
There we go, there we go.
Oh, it's gonna empty that cooler.
Yeah, well, we're gonna let this thing drain. So I was mistaken. These were, for me, it was a 24 millimeter. So I had to use my impact on this side. Now this side here, the oil pan's in the way to get a socket on there. So if you don't have a wrench, which I didn't have a wrench, so I come over here, and this knuckle right here on the front that plays as the nut, I just put a pipe wrench on there and broke it loose. Worked just as good. So it wasn't that bad. Now I got to get that little coupler off the steering wheel shaft. We got it dropped out. 2 24 millimeters, pulled it out. We got to get these out so we can save them. We need them. And then one key point here would be this here was a 13 millimeter, and you have to pull the bolt all the way out. It's got a notch in it. So if you don't pull it out, it won't slide off that knuckle that goes to your steering wheel. Whenever you get your rack out, you gotta save these parts. So the best thing to do, take your bolt that comes out of your frame, put it in there. Yep. Boom. Just thread it in there, 3 or 4 threads. Drive it right on out. Then get you something to put in there and drive this side out. There's no threads on that side, so you know, just get your screwdriver or something and beat that side out. Now we're gonna take our tie rod ends off, our outer tie rod ends. So get you a 17, I got a crescent wrench. And then you just wanna break this loose. I'm sure it's gonna be tight. Now that you're, well, that didn't even break it loose, y'all. Now that this is loose, so what you want to do is you want to think about which side of the truck you're working on. This would be my passenger side, right? So we know it hadn't turned. So we're gonna go 1. Now if you look at the ratio of this, I would say up and down would be the same as this here. So that would be a complete revolution. And then we go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 turns for the passenger side. We'll jump over here. We'll do the same thing to the other side. You know we're on the driver's side. Get my 17. Same thing. Break your nut loose. You know your new rack and pinion comes with inner tie rod ends. So same thing. This is gonna be your point, your reference point. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. So we know it's 20 turns on the passenger side, 18 turns on the driver's side, and that's where we'll go when we put it back together. And then from there, you know, it's automatic to get a front end alignment once you do front end work. So we went and picked the other one up, got it, $245. It's a remanufactured rack and pinion. So you have to save these bolts. Like I showed you, drive them out. Man, put a little Vaseline or something on there, a little grease. They'll slide right back in there. Remember that the threaded side goes to the very front of your rack and pinion. And then it's a reverse process to put your tie rod ends back in. Just turn them on there as many times as it took. For me, it was 20 times passenger side, 18 turns for the driver. Put them back on, lock them down. Now we're gonna go under there and get ready to put this thing back up. So here we go, getting ready to put it in.
It's got to be started. Yeah, it's started. All right.
Yeah, I brought the catch.
Shake it around. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Shake it around more. There, let me shake it. There we go. Yeah, should be in there.
Right on.
Yep.
So that's that. That's as simple as that.
Yep.
So now all we got to do is we got to get our steering column slid back on, bolt put back in, get our 2 hoses hooked up here, our lines, do our tie rod ends, tighten them up, and then bam, fill it up with fluid, start the truck, run the wheel back and forth a few times, check the fluid, and it should be good to go. We'll take it for a test drive. One more little thing. Whenever you get your new rack and pinion or remanufactured, it comes with new O-rings. Use them. Make sure you pull the old ones off and use the new ones.
Okay, that's max.
All right.
Okay, that's it.
All right, turn it back the other way. Is it about the same?
Let me see, hold on. About 2 1/4 turns.
All right, then go back. Right there, straight. That's pretty straight right there.
What's that?
That's probably pretty straight right there.
Your steering wheel is exactly straight.
Was it about 1 point?
Yeah, you about 1.5 turns.
Okay.
Go from there.
That's about straight right there.
That's about 1 1/4.
Okay. Other way?
1. Oh, shit, yeah, dude.
Right on?
1.
That's about straight right there.
Yeah, that ought to be it.
So you check all that, get somebody to turn that wheel for you, and then you're good to go. We're gonna tighten everything down. We'll wrap this video up, and that'll be that. Got our lines back in. Boom, got our nut back on there. Checked our, make sure we're center. Got the tie rod ends tightened back up. Bolts are nice and tight. So, man, I'm gonna finish wrapping this up, climb out from under this truck, and that'll be that. One more shot. There's that new rack and pinion. It comes with new inner tie rod ends, so I just had to use my old ones. So we're gonna jump up here. I'll check that old power steering fluid. We're still good. So these new rack and pinions, once you put them in, they state you have to bleed them. So what they tell you to do is to, once your power steering fluid reservoir is full, you're gonna start the truck. And then it says to turn your wheel back and forth, but not all the way to the stops. So we're gonna do this. We're just gonna go back and forth like that. We're just gonna keep going. And then we're gonna kill it, we're gonna add fluid. And then we're gonna go through that process until it's good and full. And then that'll be that. So with all that, this is Auto Guy DIY. Keep living that dream, doing your thing. This is how you change out your rack and pinion on your 03 Ram 1500. So like, subscribe, always get at me with a comment, and I'm rolling out.